Hi everyone, today we're diving into something that affects thousands of people every single day, the Franklin-to-Nashville commute. If you're considering living in Franklin but working in Nashville or just curious about the drive, this is the video for you. By the way, I'm Wade Price with eXp Realty. You can reach me at 615-436-5995 or email me at wade@wadepricehomes.com. Stick around because we'll break it down into time costs, lifestyle trade-offs. I'll give you some insider tips to make the drive a whole lot easier. So first, let's talk about the daily commute. Let's talk numbers first. The Franklin to Nashville commute can vary depending on, when you're on the road. If you leave at say 6 a.m., you might make it downtown in as little as 25 to 30 minutes. But if you hit the road at 7:30 to 8 a.m., especially on a weekday, you may be in trouble. You're looking at anywhere from 45 minutes to over an hour. And yes, those delays usually come down to two key choke points, I-65 North through Brentwood and the Cool Springs interchange. And just hope there's no accidents, which is one of the busiest stretches of highway in the entire state. Now let's add some perspective. If you're spending an extra 30 minutes in traffic each way, that's 5 hours a week or more than 20 hours a month just sitting in your car. That's like losing half a work week every month simply to your commute. But here's the thing, it's not just about the minutes on the clock, it's about how those minutes affect your lifestyle. Do you want to spend that extra half hour in the car, catching up on podcasts and audiobooks, which I do? Or would you rather spend it at home with your family, at the gym, or even just enjoying your morning coffee on the porch? That's the question every commuter has to answer for themselves. Is the drive worth the trade-off for the Franklin lifestyle? So who are the people making the Franklin to Nashville drive every day? It's a wide mix, and that's part of what makes Franklin such a unique community. It's very diverse. You'll find healthcare professionals, heading into Vanderbilt Medical Center or HCA facilities that are in Nashville. And then there are corporate executives and office staff driving to headquarters in downtown towers of the Gulch. And with Nashville's growing tech and creative industries, more and more engineers, designers, and entrepreneurs are calling Franklin home, but commuting into the city for work. But here's something interesting. Commuting isn't just about jobs. A lot of families choose Franklin because of the highly ranked Williamson County schools. Parents are willing to take a longer commute if it means their kids can attend schools like Franklin High, Centennial, or Ravenwood. For many, that trade-off feels worth it. And then you've got people who are drawn to Franklin's historic downtown charm, the quieter suburban pace, and larger homes, bigger yards, things that can be harder to find in central Nashville. Yet they still want to be just a drive away from catching a Predators game, a Titans matchup, or a night out on Broadway. So let me ask you, which side do you lean toward? Do you prioritize being close to the city, cutting down on drive time, or does, the Franklin lifestyle, bigger yards, quieter neighborhoods, strong schools, community, does that make the commute worth it for you? Let me know. Before we move on, if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me bring you more Tennessee living insights, and you don't want to miss the upcoming neighborhood tours I've got planned. So let's talk about the cost. Let's put some real numbers behind this drive, because the commute isn't just about time, it's about money too. Let's say you're driving from Franklin into Nashville, roughly 20-25 miles each way, depending on your exact location. That means you're clocking in about 250 to 300 miles per week just for commuting, probably a little more. If your car averages 25 miles per gallon and gas prices hover around $3.20 a gallon, which is pretty typical right now, you're looking at $120 to $150 a month on gas alone, just for commuting. Add in oil changes, tire wear, regular maintenance, and most people end up closer to $250 to $300 per month once you factor in vehicle depreciation. And that's not even counting, we don't have tolls around here, but parking. You have to pay for parking, the occasional coffee shop when traffic gets the best of you. But here's the flip side. Franklin homes often hold and grow their value much more steadily than some parts of Nashville. For example, the median home price in Franklin hovers around $950K, while in Nashville, it's closer to $500,000 to $600,000 depending on the neighborhood. And yes, you might spend more up front in Franklin, but you're typically getting more square footage, larger lots, top-ranked schools, all of which contribute to long-term resale value. So here's the real question: is an extra $300 a month in commuting costs worth it if your home is appreciating by $10,000 to $20,000 a year? That's the kind of trade-off homeowners in Franklin are weighing every single day. And I'd love to hear your take. Would you pay a little more in gas and car costs for more space, better schools, and long-term equity? Or would you rather save that money and stay closer to the city? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious which way you may fall on. I want to hear everybody's comments. And let's talk about a few tips. Here's where it gets fun, because while you can't control the traffic, you can control your approach. Timing, for example, makes a huge difference. If you leave just 15 minutes early, say 7 a.m. instead of 7:15, you could save anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes on the road. That's over 2 hours a week of your life you get back just by adjusting your schedule 15 minutes. Another tip: don't always rely on I-65. It's the main artery, but it's also the most congested. Many locals swear by using Franklin Road, US 31, or even back roads through Brentwood and Grassland. Yes, it can add a couple of extra miles, but often you'll find it smoother and less stressful than stop-and-go traffic. Now, if your job allows, remote or hybrid work can be a game changer. Even shaving off 2 commute days per week means you're cutting your drive time by nearly 40%. And that's like gaining an entire extra day each month just by working from home a couple of times. And here's a little mindset shift. Instead of viewing that time in the car as wasted, turn it into something that adds value. That's what I like to do, whether it's catching up on podcasts, audiobooks, language learning apps, or even guided meditations. Your commute can become your classroom, your library, or even your quiet reset before and after the workday. So let me throw this question to you. If you had an extra 2 hours a week saved from smarter commute strategies, how would you use it? More time with your family, hitting the gym, maybe even starting that side project you've been thinking about? Just let me know in the comments. I know I've got a lot of stuff I could do with an extra 2 hours. Okay, a quick pause. If you've got a favorite Franklin-to-Nashville shortcut or secret driving hack and you're from this area, drop it in the comments below. It'll help everybody out. Your tip might be exactly what helps someone else cut down their daily grind. The commute isn't just about the drive. It's really about how that drive fits into your lifestyle. For a lot of families, Franklin is worth every single minute in the car because of what they get once they're home. Think about it. Beautiful parks like Pinkerton Park and Harlingsdale Farm, award-winning Williamson County schools, shopping hubs like Cool Springs Galleria, all around you, all this stuff at your fingertips. Families especially see the commute as a trade-off. They'll gladly make for more space, safer neighborhoods, and that strong community vibe Franklin is known for. In Franklin, you might be getting a 4-bedroom home on a half-acre lot, while that same budget in central Nashville might get you a 2 or 3-bedroom townhome with limited parking. So when families look at the numbers, many decide the commute is worth it for the lifestyle upgrade. On the flip side, if you're someone who thrives on being minutes away from live music on Broadway, the energy of downtown restaurants, or catching last-minute events at Bridgestone Arena or Nissan Stadium, the Franklin commute can start to feel like a wall between you and the action. When you're 25 miles out, spontaneity takes a hit. You can't just pop into a show on Tuesday night without factoring in 45 minutes each way. So, what's more valuable in your life right now? More space, quieter nights, top schools, or immediate access to downtown nightlife, the parties, concerts, sporting events? There's no right answer. It depends on your lifestyle. I'd love to hear your perspective though. Would you trade convenience for lifestyle or lifestyle for convenience? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is one of the biggest balancing acts when deciding between Franklin and Nashville. So here's where I come in as your guide. Franklin homes, while sometimes pricier up front, tend to retain and even grow their value because demand is consistently strong. Right now, the median home price, as I've said, in Franklin is around $950,000 to $1 million, depending on the neighborhood. In areas like West Haven or downtown Franklin, homes often appreciate by 5 to 8% annually simply because demand keeps outpacing supply. Now compare that to Nashville. The median price in the greater Nashville area is closer to $450,000 to $500,000. That's a big difference, and yes, you'll save on upfront costs, but in many of those Nashville neighborhoods, you might be looking at smaller square footage, less yard space, and higher density living, especially if you're in East Nashville, Germantown, or the Nations. What you're really paying for in Nashville is location and convenience, that quick 10 to 15 minute drive to work, dining, and entertainment. So here's the real balancing act. Do you want more space? As we've said, more long-term equity in top-rated schools in Franklin, or the ability to be downtown at a moment's notice with less commute time in Nashville. There's no universal answer. It depends on your lifestyle. I can help you with either one. It depends on your work schedule, your long-term financial goals, and that's where I can help. This isn't a one-size-fits-all decision. Together we can sit down and find that sweet spot that matches your commute needs, budget, and lifestyle priorities. And don't forget, I'm Wade Price with eXp Realty. You can call me directly at 615-436-5995 or email me at wade@wadepricehomes.com. And if you'd like to explore homes in Franklin, Nashville, or anywhere in between, just give me a call. If this is the type of insight you're looking for, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next neighborhood spotlight. I'll be covering more communities, lifestyle comparisons, insider tips in upcoming videos. At the end of the day, the Franklin-to-Nashville commute is about what matters most to you. Some people embrace the drive because it gives them quiet time. Others realize they'd rather be in the heart of Nashville with less time in the car. There is no right or wrong answer. It's about balance and lifestyle. So after all this, if you'd like to schedule a call or Zoom meeting, just scan the QR code in the banner or check the description box below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget, any of the things we talked about as far as the commute, let me know what can we do better. Drop me a comment and let's talk about it. Again, I'm Wade Price with eXp Realty. You can reach me at 615-436-5995 or email me at wade@wadepricehomes.com. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay happy, stay curious, keep dreaming big. I'll see y'all soon.